Could you explain to us how the turntable can control the time or duration of music?
Sure. There are several ways that you could control the note or the note duration. And the first way is just by controlling the amount a record plays manually. I can make short notes by doing this baby scratch slow. Or I could move the record a longer way and make long notes. The other way I could control note duration is by turning the sound off and on the mixer by using the crossfader. I could make short notes or long notes.
Well, how about controlling pitch?
There are, again, a couple of ways that you could control pitch on a turntable. The first is by just controlling the speed that the record is playing at. There's a control on the turntable called the pitch control, which enables you to control the platter speed. The faster a record moves, essentially the higher the pitch is. Let me demonstrate. I move the pitch up, get a higher note, and I can move it back down again. That's using the pitch control to control the pitch of a record.
Right.
I could also control the record with my hand, again going to the baby scratch and show you how I could vary the pitch on a record. By moving the record slower, I get a lower pitch sound, faster, higher pitch sound.
What would you say the timbre of a turntable is?
Well, that's part of what makes a turntable unique is that the timbre of a turntable is not fixed. It's whatever you're playing, whatever the record you're playing is. So it could be this long continuous horn sound, or I could move it to a different track on a record. This is a special DJ turntablist record with different sounds, and we hear shorter horn sounds, or it could be this synthesizer tone, or it could be a train, or it could be whatever. You're only limited, the timbre of a record is only limited by whatever's playing on it.
When most people think of a musical instrument, they have a guitar in mind, or a brass instrument such as a trumpet, or even the keyboard that we talked about earlier. How do you feel about a lot of people saying that DJs aren't really musicians?
Well, I'd have to say that comes from a prejudice that people have in their mind. As we talked about earlier, there are two roles to DJing, and one of those roles is of the DJ as essentially a customer service representative, just playing what people request or what they want to hear. And when DJs start talking about, you know, oh, I'm a turntablist, oh, I'm a musician, people don't look past that role that, you know, they're traditionally cast in of the customer service representative. Other people would say that, you know, you might call yourself a musician, but you're not actually playing an actual musical instrument. And to that, I would have to say, I would make the comparison of the electronic keyboard to the turntable.
Right.
You know, when people say you're not playing original material like that, which comes out of a horn or which comes out of a guitar, I would have to say that doesn't really matter. You consider the electronic keyboard a musical instrument, and it plays pre-recorded sounds as well. It's not that you're playing pre-recorded sounds, it's that you're manipulating the sounds. That's where the true artistry and the musicianship of DJing comes in. It's not necessarily in the playing of pre-recorded sounds, but it's in the manipulation of them. And in that way, DJs should be treated as kind of like collage artists.
Well then, do you think maybe DJs should separate themselves, not really associate themselves with turntablists, you know? That way that turntablists could be viewed more as musicians?
There was a big movement in the 1990s when I started DJing for the separation of the two DJ roles between, you know, the DJ as request taker and the DJ as turntablist, musical instrumentalist. And I don't think that's necessarily the right way to go. Because it's what makes the DJ unique. Right. I mean, the guitarist or the trumpet player is just fixed to the sounds that they play on their trumpet or guitar. A DJ should relish their role in being able to play as many different pre-recorded sounds as they want, and it's kind of what makes them unique as an artist. DJ should kind of be seen as more like a collage artist, and the artistry is not necessarily in that they're not making original sounds with the material they're using, but the artistry should be seen in the manipulation of those, and that's what makes it original.
So basically you explained to us that musical instruments do three things. They control the time or duration of the note.
That's right.
They control the pitch and the timbre.
Yes.
You've also showed us and explained to us how a turntable does all three of these, so clearly it's a musical instrument. Now, seeing this, you said that people should really change their view on DJs and DJs of themselves to more or less relish all of their roles.
That's correct.
Both as a customer service request type DJ, seen at like parties and dances.
That's right.
And more of the musician and turntablist, and basically become more of the collage artist.
That is correct.
Travis, thank you for your time and your inputs on DJing. I hope today we can change everyone's view on
I hope so too.
And but now I'm going to have to ask you what we've all been waiting for.
What's that?
And we'd love for you to show us some of your skills on the turntable.
And I would love to show you.
Thank you, Travis.
Thank you. All right.